Student Minister Tony Muhammad. Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you, brother.
Y'all can do better than that. Jesus, here we go. Here we go. You can get us off the street, but you can't get the street out of us. My man. Some they In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. To that one who is the creator of all things, to him who is the revealer of all great and sacred truth. Oh, dear family, I don't care how old any of us get to be in this wicked world's life.
Come on now.
You have to admit,
Yes, sir.
this is a wicked world.
Yes, it is.
Full of lies and deceit and debauchery.
Yes, sir.
And God has allowed a fool to become your president. He has something to do with it.
Yes, sir. Come on.
God has an active will and a permissive will.
That's right.
So instead of getting upset that he's in office, just ask God why.
Come on.
Why this boy?
Yes, sir. His boy.
So I thank God, that one who is the creator of the heavens and the earth. Let us thank him for every mighty servant who have come in a line of divine.
Yes, sir.
We have to today thank him for Abraham. For Abraham is considered to be the father of the three great monotheistic religions.
That's right.
It's a beautiful thing that the Jews say Abraham is our father.
Come on.
That's so beautiful. And then when I speak to my Christian pastors, they always let me know, Minister Muhammad, Abraham is our father.
Come on.
And I bow and say, that's beautiful. And the Muslims and Islam, we too say Abraham is our father.
That's right.
Look at that now. If the three great monotheistic religions is rooted in Abraham, how do we get so divided?
Oh, good question. Good question.
Somebody have stepped in between these various leaders and have caused us to become modern day gangbangers.
Come on. Teach that, brother minister.
And always say to the preacher, we have no right telling gang members to stop.
Come on.
Y'all all right? Y'all
Yes, sir. Come on, brother.
Maybe y'all a little nervous. It's all right. And I say to them, Pastor, we don't have no right to tell the Bloods and the Crips to unite, and we won't.
Come on.
For Jesus himself said that his judgment is not going to start with the gang members. He said, my judgment is going to start in the houses of God.
Come on. Teach it on.
How do we get so divided? How is it that those who follow Abraham say he's better than Moses and Moses is better than Jesus? Where's all this crap coming from?
Come on, teach on it.
Huh? I thank God for all of these great men, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, that today it is Muhammad and the religion of Islam that's being attacked. Have you ever asked the question why? When did some religion becomes a problem to a country?
Come on.
Huh? How can a religion be your enemy? Islam ever took you into bondage, black man,
Come on, think about it.
and changed your name, your language, and your culture. Islam ain't did nothing to you.
No, sir.
Now y'all really getting quiet.
Fair teeth, brother.
If any religion would be my enemy, it would be the religion that put me in a hell of a condition.
That's right. Come on, think about it.
Because white folks call themselves Christians, but yet made us slaves.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I thank God for intervening in our affairs in the person of a man that you need to get more familiar with, whether you agree with him or not, at least study.
That's right.
His name is Master Farag Muhammad.
That's right.
He's a man who came from the east and he taught Elijah Muhammad. All of this is written in scripture if you know how to read.
Come on. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Wake us up.
And after he raised the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that man built a nation. That man started showing black people how we should stop depending on government.
That's right.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
We are the only ethnicity within the borders of America who solely depend on government. Everybody else have carved out a section for themselves and named it after the country they from.
That's right. That's right. Come on.
And ain't nobody calling them separatists.
Come on. That's right.
Huh? I don't hear white people saying to Chinese, you all are haters because you want to be separate, and they got an area called Chinatown. Why would you let them have an area called Chinatown and they're in America? Seem like the only people who folks are afraid of that we have our own area is us.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That man, Elijah Muhammad, was so wise that he saw fit to name his predecessor. And he knew that he was about to depart, and before he departed, he told the entire nation, follow Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
Huh? He's a specially prepared man whom I have taught.
Yes, sir.
He talked about what Minister Farrakhan was going to go up against to get us.
Come on.
I thank God for these holy and righteous men. As I greet you, my beautiful family, in one of the forgotten languages of our ancestors.
That's right.
We got a lot to tell y'all.
Come on, brother. Bring it out.
Even those who call themselves Arabs that you see, those bright-skinned Arabs, they are not the original Arabs.
That's right. Come on. Make it plain, brother.
Teaching good.
Wake us up. Come on.
That whole area belonged to us.
That's right.
Everybody have robbed and raped us. Huh? Everybody has taken our garment. We are the naked truth while everything else is a well-dressed up lie.
That's right. Come on.
So I greet you in the greeting words of peace, something we need desperately.
Yes, sir.
I'm serious.
Yes, sir. For sure.
I dealt with 3 gang shootings just one day. Us killing us.
Think about that.
And we get upset when the white man call us niggas.
Come on, fools.
Or police officers shoot us, but we don't say nothing.
Come on, come on.
Come on now. When we do it, something's wrong with that picture. That tells me we dead.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Y'all all right back there?
That's a chair.
So I greet you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, sir.
How y'all feeling today?
Sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
On behalf of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and this little great budding nation of Islam, small but powerful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's amazing that we're not a big group, boy, but we have powerful influence.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And even though our community, they may not come here in droves, they respect the nation.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
You know, people may say, well, I don't know if I won't be a part of that. you know. But what I can say, I respect those people.
Yes, sir. You see that?
I don't know another organization. You tell me if you know, and I would like to go meet them.
Yes, sir.
You tell me another organization that reform black men and women like the Nation of Islam under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
No.
Huh?
Don't exist.
Every one of us can give our personal testimony, man. I was a lost soul.
Come on, brother, man.
That's right.
Come on.
Before I met this man called Farrakhan.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
I was a dope dealer and a good one at that.
Come on, brother. That's right. Come on, brother.
Huh? Arrogant as hell.
Come on, sir. Come on.
Huh? In Atlanta, Georgia, selling dope with 3 kilos of cocaine, and a brother comes into my apartment with a videotape of Minister Farrakhan
Come on.
asking me, man, do you know Minister Farrakhan? I said, man, do that nigga know me?
Hey, yes, sir.
I'm telling you, I was crazy.
Yes, sir.
You know, I had all this money, though, bitch. Nigga don't know.
Come on, come on.
He said, man, I got this tape, man. This dude, he's heavy.
Come on.
Can I play it? I said, yeah, put it in. Because when you finish, you got to go sell my dope.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, I was, as the minister said, that the greatest weapon in the hands of Caucasian people who don't like us, the greatest weapon in their hand is our mind.
Come on, come on, come on. Speak on that, brother.
Because I used to get all of my drugs from a white attorney who lived in an area of Atlanta called Buckhead.
Hey,
All our dope came from them. But everybody busting us, but never go bust them.
come on, come on. He a lawyer.
And I was used by them as a patriot missile to help destroy my people.
Come on.
I didn't realize that what I was doing. I had made my mom a promise that I would get her out of poverty
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
at all costs.
Yes, sir.
But my ignorance caused me to be a trap in the hands of my oppressor.
Good teaching, brother, man.
Yes, sir. And when that brother put that tape in, and I heard the vibration, and the tone and the rhythm of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad hitting me at the core of my soul.
Come on, brother, man.
All my life, I wanted to help my people. I didn't know how.
Yes, sir.
At 6 years old, I saw and experienced dogs being put on our people, being sprayed with water hose. And in Georgia, one thing about them Southern crackers, I'm sorry, white people. I know I slip every now and then. You know I hang around a lot of Bloods and Crips.
Yes, sir.
So that blood cuz thing
Yes,
come
sir.
out.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Go ahead. But what I respect about that Southern Caucasian person, they let you know they don't like you.
That's right.
They don't pretend. They say, I don't like you, boy.
That's
I be
right.
like, you know what? I respect that.
That's right. Go ahead.
I hate the kind that pat me and pretend.
That's right.
It's hard to deal with.
Yes, sir. Straight.
And I respect that.
Yes, sir.
I even respect you if you tell me, minister, I can't stand you good, brother. I know how to look at you.
That's right. That's right, brother, man.
Come on, wake us up.
I hate a coward. And it's okay if you don't like me. You work over there, white boy. I'll work over here.
That's right.
And after this job is over, you go your way, I go mine.
That's right.
But don't let me catch you in my hood.
That's right. Make it plain, brother, man.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So when that brother put that videotape in, and Minister Farrakhan started teaching who the black man was, the title of that subject that he was teaching was titled Power at Last and Forever.
Yes, sir.
He was in Los Angeles at the time teaching that subject. Yes, sir. Then he started talking about you dope dealers.
Come on, uh-oh.
Oh, that, yeah. Uh-oh. He said, I'm not going to condemn you, brother.
Yes, sir.
He said, I don't have a problem with you wanting to be an entrepreneur. I just got a problem with your product.
Come on.
He said, don't lose the spirit of your entrepreneurship, but your product has been put in your hand for you to help destroy our people.
That's right.
Come on now.
That's right.
When he said that, every female I turned out on drugs, even my own blood brother.
Come on, brother minister. Come on, brother minister. Yes, sir.
All my friends, I gave them a hit free.
Yes, sir. Get him hooked.
See, you know, I got an ex-dope dealer. You get them hooked.
Yes, sir.
Man, I like that, man. I felt so good. Yeah, the next bag you got to pay for.
That's right. Come on, brother minister.
All of that went through my head.
Yes, sir.
And when that lecture finished, now tears rolling down my eyes, I take all of this drug off of my coffee table, go into the bathroom and flush it in the
Go
toilet.
ahead.
Look out.
Go ahead.
Look out. And the brother who brought the tape said, N-word. If I knew you were going to do that, I wouldn't have brought this damn tape.
Come on, brother minister.
I pulled my pistol. I said, brother, I'm going to join that man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I went and joined the Nation of Islam.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's a lot went into me joining the nation. But I went.
Yes, sir.
9 years later, I was sent out here.
Yes, sir.
The city that I heard Minister Farrakhan teaching